Dear God and guiding spirits, angels of light and love, guide us on our path to our highest good. Thank you for being here with us. We invite you to guide us in knowing the questions in our hearts, in finding the answers, to gain clarity and the courage to take inspired action. Get in touch with your body. Pay attention to how you feel. Are there any areas that feel tense? There's no need to change them. It's just becoming aware. Scan from your head all the way to your toes, going through the chakras if you're familiar and comfortable with those. Simply feeling your way. Pay attention to what you're hearing or any memories that come up. Knowing that during this meditation, whatever happens, whatever you hear, smell, feel, know, think, it all has meaning. In your mind's eye, I want you to imagine yourself walking in a very modern looking white building. Shiny white walls with white lights. Sterile yet peaceful. You come to a doorway and open the door. Inside, everything is that same shiny white, modern look. There's a swivel chair in the middle of the room. It looks like a barber's chair. Make your way to this chair. And as you sit down, you notice around you that there are 7 windows, but there's a blind that's been pulled down. Again, a white blind pulled down in front of the window. They almost look like movie screens. And you understand that as you sit there, you're going to be asked to revise different areas of your life. And so as your chair turns around and stops at one of the windows, on that movie screen, I want you to get a sense of your work life. There's graphs. You can see pictures in the background, elements of your work life, things that you would consider good or bad, things to improve or things you're satisfied with. but the graph that's in the foreground, it's almost like a scale. It looks very much like one of those United Way thermometers that measure to what degree of success in their campaign. It's like a glass half empty or a glass full. Where, how full is the scale on the side of this screen when it comes to your work life? I will be quiet for a minute as you observe from the outside your work life and establish on your thermometer how satisfied you are, how successful it is based on your qualifications of success. Play the movie of your work. Go into the details like an observer. And now the blind rises, and outside of that window, bright color, I want you to visualize your ideal work situation. What are the different aspects? How does it look? How does it feel? How does it sound? Spend a moment visualizing and experiencing it as the observer, knowing that your choices, your thoughts are shaping the movie in front of you in bright technicolor. And now your chair swivels to another window. Which area of your life is this window? Again on the screen, observe the way it is now from your perspective and measure it on the scale, on the thermometer of success and happiness. And once again, the blind rises. And there in Technicolor is your ideal vision of this world, of this aspect of your life, created in your mind's eye. What are you feeling called to explore? How do you wish it to be? Hold that vision in your heart as your chair swivels to a third window. You get to choose which window, which aspect of your life, which role in your life that you want to observe. Could be your environment, your work, your family, your friendships, your emotional, mental, physical health, your internal life or your society life. When your chair stops, again you see on that blind the way it is now when you measure it. See the reasons why you're giving it the score that it gets. And as the blind rises, there it is, your ideal version of that aspect of your life. What's involved? Who's there? How do you feel? Create it in your mind's eye. Allow your heart to speak through your imagination. And now, your chair swivels again, but it seems to get caught. There seems to be some resistance to looking at one aspect of your life. It's as if you wanted it to swivel, but it's not. It's stopping at this one window, something that your soul is asking you to look at. Why is this chair hesitating? Why are you hesitating to look at this window? Which movie is playing on this blind? Observe it without judgment, and yet while seeing where the thermometer naturally rests. Knowing that this is exactly what is meant to be at this time, even though you have the power to change it. It has led you here. Knowing that everyone involved has done the very best that they could at the time. This time, you stand up from your chair and you walk to the blind. It too seems to have been stuck. You need to pull it down a little so that it goes flying up, so that you can see out that window. Go ahead, open the blind. Stand there at the window and open it wide. What is your ideal vision of this part of your life? Breathe it in, shape it. Spend a good minute or two visualizing and interacting with the elements here. And if you feel the need, jump through the window and get in there. Live it. Be it. If you are still in the white room, you can walk around the window or go through it. Walk into this scene. And whether it looks natural or not, you know that there's a well here. Look around, find the well. If others are there with you, invite them to join you around the well. And there, use your power of intention to bring up from the bottom of the well a bucket of holy water. It is holy because it comes from a place of miracles. It comes from a place where souls visualize and envision their dreams, where they place their intentions. And as the bucket rises, it just floats there at your heart level. And you and anyone else who might be there takes a sip. Cup your hands and take some of this water. Do as you feel moved. Drink it. Pour it over your head. You may offer it to someone. And the bucket, still tethered on a rope, although the rope seems to disappear into the universe high up above, starts floating, and you follow it through your scenery. And as you follow it, pay attention to the world around you. Does it look any different now that you have drunk from your dreams? Now that you have connected to your intentions from before you have come into this world? How is this aspect of your life shaping? And you notice that as the water flits up and down, some of it spills over the sides of the bucket. And as it hits the ground, you see growth, elements of growth. They could be physical objects or situations or relationships. Actively observe and create, co-create with your team of divine helpers, which is carrying this bucket of water. Co-create what is growing around you. See yourself in this garden of possibility. And there before you, you notice a chair with your name on it. You make your way, and as you sit down, you feel a presence behind you. You feel hands on your shoulders. You have a knowing of who is here to support you on this part of your journey. It may be someone that you've known who's passed. It may be someone who's still alive, an angel or a guide. You may not even need to know who. Just feel it coming through your shoulders, through the back of your heart, this pure, unconditional love. Feel yourself soften the chair and relaxing with that sense of gratitude. And you know to cup your hands in front of you. And you see one of their hands above your head, dropping one drop of that holy water in the palm of your hands. And there is a key of sorts, an object or a word or a feeling. You've been given a key to help you. What is it? Take a moment to connect, to visualize, or simply to decide. What have they given you? It might shapeshift. And now in your mind's eye, as if you hold this object to your heart, ask your guide, ask the person, the spirit, the being that is there, to communicate with you through words, through feelings, telepathically. Ask them a question related to this aspect of your life. It might be one that you've composed before, or one that you think of right now. And then listen for the answer in any way it may come. Spend a minute or two listening. And when you're ready, open your eyes and continue that conversation in your journal. You might want to automatic write, asking the question and allowing your guide to speak through your hand. Or you may want to engage your left brain to analyze why this tool, why this section of your life, why and how. Take your time and move into journaling as soon as you're ready. Seek to find in any aspect of today's meditation guidance for one inspired action. At least one inspired action that comes out of analyzing what you experienced here tonight.